Hey everybody, it's Dr. V. Welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna do the weekly reading for the Karmic Situation this week. So I wanted to say thank you all so much for all the birthday wishes. You guys are awesome. Thank you for all the likes, comments, shares, subscribes, etc. I'm just so excited to be on this journey with you. So without any further ado, oh, right, if you want to schedule a private reading, the information on how to do that is in the description box below. You can also access my scheduling site by clicking the icon in the cover photo of my channel. So again, thank you so much for all your love. Spirit, please use me as a clear channel for communication. May the messages that come through be in the highest good of all those concerned. I draw a sacred circle around this space, setting my ego to the outside, and call upon my angels, ancestors, counsel, ascended masters, divine love, source wisdom, to protect this space and to protect the energy that comes through, so that the messages that come through are in the highest good of all those concerned. So the karmic situation, let's just go ahead and take a look at what is going on, the current energies. So we've got the Mystic of Tomes, the Fool, and the Eight of Tomes in reverse. So the Mystic of Tomes, an interesting material world, okay? Every time I say material world, by the way, I always think of that song by Madonna, you know, living in the material world, that song. Just in case you're wondering what goes on in my head. Mystic of Tomes is somebody who's like, it's a really grounded, this is like a sturdiness, a dependability, calm energy, serious energy. This feels like there's just kind of just stability, stable and solid, okay? So it may feel like things are not awful right now with the karmic situation. It could be that things are actually feeling a little bit more stable than it has been in the past. There is definitely this Fool. There's a new beginning. There's some kind of like leap of faith that has had to happen. This is definitely, I feel like a releasing of old beliefs and letting go of old things that no longer serve. The Fool is about a willingness to trust. The Fool is about willingness to let things go and let go of our need for things to be a certain way and to be viewed a certain way, and really stepping into this space of blind trust. You have trustful faith in the universe. So the other energy that's here is the Eight of Tomes. This is somebody who is like literally feeling trapped. Holy cow, I don't know if you could hear that, but that was some mega thunder. It actually made me jump, and I'm not usually the jumpy kind. This is somebody who is, you know, the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. This is somebody who's really set in their ways. This could be what this is about, this foundation, this solidity, this kind of like reliability. It doesn't necessarily mean that the situation is vibrant and loving and amazing. It could just mean that it's reliable, it's consistent, we know what to expect. It's like this could be an energy of people just feeling like, you know, we could take this new beginning, we could take this energy, but why? This is stable. Maybe it's not fulfilling. Maybe I don't feel like, you know, the way I feel when I'm with my twin flame, but I feel, you know, it's predictable. And let's look at what the lay vampires have to say. Seduction, of course, manipulation. Oh yeah, by the way, this deck is the Numinous Tarot by Noel Arthur Hempel, or Hempel, I'm not quite sure how to say it. But the vampires are saying, look, there is this seduction, desire, allure. This is and there is a manipulative quality to this connection right now. This is an energy where people are not necessarily on the up and up. It's where people are in this space of maybe, sorry, I'm gonna have to adjust this before it falls off. My bad. It may be that people are literally just being seduced by their own desires. That it's like being manipulated, seeing things as that they want to see instead of seeing things as they are. There is definitely some interesting energies that are happening here. Maybe a karmic cycle has ended, and that's where there's this new beginning. Maybe they're beginning a new karmic cycle. So let's go ahead and look a little bit further. What is the karmic partner bringing to the situation? The Two of Tomes, the Creator of Bells in reverse, and Justice in reverse. The Two of Tomes is about balance, okay? This is about, it's about staying in the really delicate balance, actually, is what it is. It's like really almost tightrope walking, really having to keep mind their P's and Q's, dotting their I's, crossing their T's. So the karmic partner is really bringing a lot of balance and stability to the situation. It feels like they're really kind of grounding the situation actually right now. We've got the Creator of Bells in reverse, but this is a sharp-tongued individual. So this could be where some of that manipulative energy is showing up. This is a sharp-tongued individual. This is someone who uses their tongue to like cut people down. This is people who instead of building people up, who may say and do things, and I don't necessarily mean that it's cruel, because people can be sharp-tongued and not come across as like cruel. They can be those people that are that say things and it's cruel and it's not very nice. It's not very encouraging. And then they're like, "What? I'm just being brutally honest." You know, that kind of energy, which I hate, by the way. Okay, hate is a strong word. I really dislike it. I really dislike people that come across that way. This is a person who is very dualistic, so it kind of goes along with this. This is somebody who is very black or white, good and bad. That's just kind of the energy that they're bringing in. And then we've got the Justice in reverse. Justice is about balance, right? It's about things being equitable, things being fair. I mean, although fair, right? What is fair? I'll stick with equitable. But this is an energy of injustice. This is an energy of someone that is feeling like they may even be feeling oppressed, like being taken advantage of, feeling like there's some kind of power struggle that's happening. That's the energy. It feels like this karmic partner is really trying to feel this sense of balance, really like struggling to stay balanced in light of these other negative energies, which just feels like perhaps because they feel this sense of oppression. And oppression is, in this case, I'm talking about, because we're talking about a relationship. This may be somebody that is a connection where one person is investing more than the other person and the other person feels taken advantage of. It can be, for instance, like a person who is who carries the bulk of domestic duties while the other person doesn't do anything, and they feel resentful about that, so then they say things that are kind of biting and not encouraging. This could also be somebody who carries the bulk of a financial responsibility and feels like the other person isn't carrying their weight or contributing equally, and they just feel like it's really unjust and unfair, and they don't know what to do with it. And so then it comes out in this way, where it's like they may say things that are just not very nice. And they feel like an outsider. The karmic partner in this situation feels like an outsider. They feel like an outsider in their whole life, in their own life is what I'm getting. That it's like they're in this space of, you know, I've done all these things, I've given all this, I've invested, I've blah, blah, blah. And here I am, an outsider, where I'm alone. You know, it says like a loner. But this is an energy of feeling like you're outside, you're living outside of your own existence, which may be why this energy is showing up, this cutting words energy, where they feel like they've been kind of pushed aside or cast aside, or they're not wanted, they're alone, they're lonely. Feeling like a misfit, feeling that sense of energy, which is, you know, could very well be why they're just feeling this biting energy, and they're really trying hard to stay balanced. I get that they're really, really trying hard to keep it together in light of what's going on. So then we have what the divine counterpart is bringing, and this is the Six of Bells, the Creator of Vials in reverse, and the Awakening. So the divine counterpart in this situation, the Six of Bells is like the Six of Swords. This is somebody who's sailing away to a different destination. And this is the liminal space. They're not who they used to be. They're not who they are becoming, but that something has changed. Something has been put into motion. And this is heading in a different direction. The Six of Bells is literally like moving in a different direction, moving to a new space and being between. It's like they're in the space where they are, you know, it's like a road trip from New York to LA. They're in the middle, not quite to where they left, not quite to where they're headed, somewhere in between. And then we've got the Creator of Vials in the reverse, which is somebody who is, this is a person or an energy of giving too much to the wrong person. This is somebody who, this is the kind of energy of somebody that will tell all their business to somebody who's like got the secrecy of a sieve, you know, like they just, where it goes in one ear and it comes out their mouth. And so this is somebody who is putting all of their stuff, like putting their energy in the wrong situation. It could be somebody who is really just like kind of dumps their thoughts and just kind of does that, like, you know, kind of like, this is kind of gross, but forgive me in advance, like the verbal diarrhea. Okay, this is somebody who can be, I get the energy that right now it's like they're not really respecting the boundaries or the space of the other person. They're just kind of like just putting their stuff out there. It's like it's all about them right now, and they're kind of putting their stuff out there. Sharing things. They're really investing. It feels like there is an investment, like they're sharing a lot with this in this karmic situation, but not recognizing that they're sharing with the wrong person. Like this is a person who we saw that manipulative energy, the sharp tongue. This is someone who might take that information and use it against you in the future. And then we have the awakening. The awakening is a card of literally waking up, you know, coming to your senses, seeing things as they are, having this spiritual enlightenment. And it's not happening just yet. It's not there. It's like they're in a space that they're coming into this energy, is what I'm getting, is that they're coming into this energy of being, having some enlightenment, having some realizations, making some changes, right? This is what's happening. They're in the process, really self-reflecting, where it's kind of like, instead of looking to everybody else and what everybody else is doing and how everybody else is like contributing to the situation, kind of finally taking the steps to look within. And of course, right there, knowledge. They're gaining knowledge. This is, to me, in alignment with this awakening. This, excuse me, knowledge that they're getting, this new learning, this information that's coming in is going to help them come to this space of awakening, where they're going to start to understand things in a different way. This isn't like where it's like, it wasn't always about everybody else. This is about me. This is how I'm contributing. So it feels like they're really in a transition space, but they're still not seeing things clearly, right? They're still kind of caught up in the illusion, caught up in seeing things in a way that's not necessarily in the highest good. So what is the karmic lesson that they're learning right now? So we've got the Seven of Bells, the Founder, and the Eight of Vials. The Seven of Bells is like the Seven of Swords in the traditional tarot. This is somebody who is sneaking off. This is somebody who sneaks off, like, you know, kind of a thief in the night energy. That's that kind of energy that's there. But in the reverse, this is somebody that's saying, you know, some kind of deception has been reversed. The truth has been revealed. Somebody was not trustworthy, and the trust and excuse me, somebody was not trustworthy. Somebody was not being honest, and they were being deceptive. And this energy is now, it's like the truth has been revealed. Now, there's this space where it's not clear whether there will be a second chance or a third or a fifth or whatever, but it feels like there was some kind of dishonesty. There was some kind of lack of candor in the situation. There was and it doesn't feel like a minor deception. This was like a major deception where some kind of like bombshell happened. And now it's in there, the karmic energy, and what they're working through, the karmic lesson, is about whether you forgive and you move forward, or whether you recognize that when someone is repeatedly doing something, that it's not a mistake anymore, that it becomes a choice, and that you don't have to stay in that kind of situation. And what I'm seeing is that somebody is stepping into their founder energy. This is like the Emperor in the traditional tarot. This is somebody who's really stepping into their power, stepping into their authority, no longer accepting crumbs or accepting the, you know, the cast-offs that people send their way, but it's like, it's really balanced and solid and grounded and just confident. And I don't need to prove anything. I don't need to like show any force. I just am powerful. I'm taking back my life. I'm bringing structure, organization, and order to the situation. And that's what somebody needs to learn, is that they can take back their power. The karmic lesson that's being learned right now is how to how to step into that power, right? How to keep that power that, sometimes we might feel like we're at the whim or at the mercy of other people. And this stepping into the founder energy is understanding that no, that is not the truth. Like, we can take back our power. We can be powerful beings in our own right if we would just step into that. And then we've got the Eight of Vials. The Eight of Vials is the energy of a person who is like, literally, this is the card of, I always liken this card to somebody who, like, it's like, I need to, you know, is at a party and they're like, I'm going to go out for a cigarette, or I'm going to go out for a walk. And then they just never come back. And you're like, okay, so what happened? This is that, like, kind of just someone feeling overwhelmed and needing to get away. So what's happening right now is that there is this very, like, the karmic lesson is people learning how to get out of situations that are overwhelming, that are overtaking them, that are like, it's like just getting in this space of like, it's so much, it's too much, there's too much activity, there's too much volume, and like, I need to get into a space where I can get quiet and like listen to my soul again. It feels like this connection is really, because of the intensity and the ups and downs and what's going on, that this person, you know, the energy is people recognizing that they're not in touch with their soul anymore, that they've lost that connection with themselves because of this situation. And it's time for them to really be willing to face their own limitations and break out of the situation so they can go find what it is that their soul is craving. Interesting. Karmic lesson, jealousy. Working through jealousy, working through that envy that may come up, the envy that you might feel for others. This is like the people in this situation, this karmic situation, are dealing with jealousy. And it could be that somebody is jealous. They feel like somebody's jealous of them. That's not what the energy that I'm getting primarily. There may be some that resonates with, but this is literally what I'm getting primarily is that there is this energy of the karmic person feeling jealous about the divine connection, that the karmic person is really recognizing that this is a badass connection, that this is powerful, this is beautiful, there's something very special about this connection, and they don't have it. It's not there. They saw the difference in their the divine counterpart in this situation when they were dealing with their divine counterpart, with you, watcher. The karmic partner saw it. They saw the shift. They saw the excitement and the vibrance and the passion and all of that stuff. And they're like, but that's not there with me. And so there's that sense of jealousy that they're working through, or they need to work through, because that's part of the lesson. So what is ahead for this situation? The world, the end of a cycle, the Five of Candles, and the Ace of Bells. Interesting. So the world is like, I get the end of a cycle. There is a karmic cycle that's ending right now. I can feel it in my feeler, in my bones. There's a karmic cycle that's ending. There's something that has been lingering for quite a while, and it's coming to an end. It's like, finally something is going to be wrapping up. I'm not saying that the connection is going to break up. I'm not saying that if that's not, it may for some people, not for all. But there's definitely a karmic cycle that's coming to an end. They may enter into another karmic cycle after this one. That could be what's happening. That's why, like, this, you know, because we have the world, and then we have the Fool, which is in the traditional tarot, this is the final card in the major arcana, and this is the first. And so it does look like there is some kind of ending that's happening, and some kind of new beginning that's happening. Again, I'm not saying that they're breaking up or that things are breaking apart or people are leaving jobs, but it certainly could be that. And then we have the Five of Candles. This is anger, chaos, like fighting. It's there's some division. There's like people at odds, people just thinking like, my way is the best way, my way or the highway. It's like infighting. It's literally just a space of intense conflict. It feels like whatever is going on is going to be some pretty intense conflict that's continuing to happen. It's going to be people just really not seeing each other, seeing the other person's perspective, or even wanting to see the other person's perspective. It's going to be it's this energy of really being kind of married to their own perspective and what they want, and it's going to cause conflict. We've got the Ace Ace of Bells in reverse, it's saying, look, there isn't going to be any clarity anytime soon, because all of this conflict is just going to continue to muddy the waters. It's like they're not really understanding each other. There's miscommunications. They may not just be ready. It's like there's this energy that like there's some kind of message or something that wants to come through. It could even be like one person's like, I kind of want this connection to be over, and somebody's just not ready to hear it yet, and so they don't hear it. They just block it out, and they kind of try to continue and forge ahead. It's literally just that there's going to continue to be, if you see like conflict, confusion, misunderstanding, swords are thoughts and words and, cutting energies. And then the vampires tell us that, look, there's this primal, what I get from this is that whatever this message that people don't want to hear is going to trigger some kind of primal responses where people are going to, and by primal I mean like those primal fears where you're like you feel like your life, literally like your very life is being threatened. So it feels like there's some, and again, intense energies that are going to be showing up, energies that are going to be at play that they still need to work through. It's like they literally still need to work through these energies. It's like there's this energy of conflict and being unhappy and being unfulfilled and feeling the jealousy and cutting words and all of these kind of this energy, but people are still afraid to let it go. They're afraid to like face what it would be like without it, because it triggers something primal in them, a primal fear. This is like this could be connected to like a past life or something, that it could be like a childhood experience. It's something that whatever it is that it triggers this primal fear. And until they're willing to face that and deal with it, it's going to continue to be an issue, and it's going to continue to be a challenge. So that is the karmic situation reading for this week. I hope that it helps. Please let me know if you have any questions. And again, I'll see you all back here soon. Thanks again for all your support and love. Talk to you soon. Bye.